Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whatever one it happens to be for you. I hope you are doing very well. So, is Frank under pressure? I believe that he absolutely is under pressure. I think that the fans are starting to get a bit intolerant of him playing the way he's been playing, and the players playing the way they've been playing also. I think the pressure is that he needs to maybe change it up, do something different. The games are now coming thick and fast, and we've got a game against Copenhagen, and so we must win this. Although it is at home, and of course our home form hasn't been great, this is a must-win game, really, for us to go further in the Champions League. We don't want to fall behind. We've got some other tough games coming up in the Champions League, so these are points that we need to be getting. And yeah, I think that it is a winnable game, and I think that he really, really needs to make sure that he works on the formation or plan or something with how we do set up, how we play. So yeah, I do think that we obviously need to do that. The reports have come out saying that some players weren't training, so that's very interesting. Kudos was one of them, and I think Spence was one of them too. So I'm not entirely sure if there's more injuries or what has happened or what's going on. I think we'll find out if the press conference hasn't already come out by the time anybody watches this. But I do think he will make changes. For me, I think that he needs to stick with Vicario. And if he goes with the four at the back, I think he should play Adogi, and I think he should probably play Spence. But obviously we don't know about Spence, but it'll be Porro then, and Mickey van der Ven and Romero. Despite what happened with Van der Ven and Spence, I don't know if they're both going to get any sort of punishment. They apparently did go into his office and apologise. I don't know if that's enough. I'm not sure how Thomas Frank will handle that, but we'll have to wait and see. Now, the midfield and the attacking options are limited to quality, are a little bit meh, I've got to admit. But me, I would probably play... I think we need to rest Paulinho, man, because I think that he has been playing a lot. And I think Bentancur and Papamatasar. And I know what people are going to say, that Papamatasar wasn't great in that game against Chelsea. However, none of them are great against Chelsea, so you can't drop all of them. So I would probably say that's where I would go with it. Maybe play Bergvall and play Xavi on the left, Moane, and probably play Brendan Johnson, I expect. But if we're going to hit people on the break fast, or we need to play to his strengths, which is he runs in behind, so we need to get the ball to him more in that way. But yeah, I think that's probably where the team will be going with. That will be going with the team. I doubt that he'll play three at the back. I don't think it's necessary against Copenhagen personally. I think that we need to play a more attacking style of football. I think that we need to play and have a actual plan when we are attacking, instead of just not knowing what we're doing most of the time, and that's never good. So that's what I would go for. I don't know what Thomas Frank's going to go for, of course. We'll have to wait and see. Score prediction, I think we should beat them. I think we should beat them 2-0. It's a game that I expect us to win, and I'm not saying they're an easy opponent, not by a long shot. I'm not saying any game's particularly easy, especially when it's Tottenham. However, I feel like it's a game we should be winning, and I think we need to get our confidence up. And I do think he's under pressure, and I think that this pressure will be relieved a little bit if he gets a win under his belt. And then he's got a couple more harder games coming up with Man United and Arsenal. But Arsenal have got the break, and then we are playing them. So yeah, I think that we need to pick up these points for the Champions League and then get a good game, and a good game against Man United. I think as well, just seeing a good game would be really, really helpful. Finishing teams off, just, going and attacking and having some impetus when it comes to it. Like, we've just been flaccid, to say the least. So yeah, he needs to give them a right kick up the backside when it comes to attacking. He needs to have a plan when it comes to attacking, and he also needs to work out how he can change it if things are going a bit doolally and wrong. If things don't work out how he thought they'd work out, he also needs to have a way to be able to change it up and maybe make subs sooner. I always say this, I don't know what happens with when it comes to making substitutions, but it seems like that the only one that we really had that changed up stuff quickly was Jose in the most recent times. So yeah, it just feels like they take forever to get subs on, and I don't really understand why. If things aren't going right, give them 10 minutes after half time and get them off, get them right off, get them off the pitch, man. Like, why are we carrying on persisting with the same thing? If the things keep going wrong the same way each time, why are we carrying it on? So yeah, he definitely needs to maybe do a bit more of that. I did say that also about Ange Postecoglou, to be fair. I used to get frustrated with him when he didn't make subs quick enough, in my opinion. So yeah, let's hope that it is going to be an improved performance. They haven't had very long between the games, so I don't know how much time he really would have had with the boys to maybe speak to them about attacking and about maybe improving it, but we'll have to wait and see, and fingers crossed that it is a better performance, because I am starting to get a bit kind of fed up with watching these performances. I'm not going to lie, and it's not good to be fed up with that. You know, like, you don't want to be thinking that watching your team is a chore rather than something that you actually enjoy doing. So that's not what you want. As I say, I keep saying this, I'm not Frank out. So before anyone jumps and says, you're Frank out, no, I'm not. I'm being, I think, quite reasonable about it. I want to give him time. I keep saying this, but I feel like I keep having to say it, but I want to give him time. But something has to give. So do you think Frank's under pressure? Let me know your opinion about what the team would be if you picked it, or what you think Frank would pick. Let me know your thoughts about this game as well. I would love to hear all of your thoughts, and let me know in the comments section below. And I do try and get back to everybody. Even if I do, if I don't reply, I do see them as well. So yeah, please make sure you leave your comments. Take very, very good care of yourselves, and we'll speak